Good morning, folks. Brent here and the old man with Foggy Dew Films, and we are once again back up in Crane Lake. Now, we normally attack this route on the southwest end. This time we're attacking it on the southeast side. We're hoping to complete the loop today. There are definitely two water holes, well, one water hole and one mud hole that are pretty darn nasty. They've gotten about 3 days of rain here. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. We're definitely going to be able to get to the cabin that's out here and then find the east beach. Our hope is to get around Crane Lake, get around Tucker Lake, and all the way back to the truck. So here's for hoping. Thanks for watching, and we will see you on the trail. Alright folks, well, we managed to make our way through the tighter section of the trail, and yes, because it rained last night, well, we're not soaked, but we were definitely getting wet. Still an absolutely beautiful day out. Now, I will say this, we did try to wreck two things already. We lost a camera momentarily. It ended up just falling off on the passenger side there. We did march back, and Dad ended up finding that. It doesn't appear that we ran over it, which is a good thing. Now, the other thing which did cause a little bit of carnage, or a little bit of bending, I would say, is we tried to tear off the rear passenger side door. What? That's not good. No. That just wrecked that door. No, we didn't mean to. It had flopped open. We were unaware, and I ended up hooking a tree. And I will just show you what a good door looks like and then what the other one looks like. Again, it's not horrible, but it is still kind of frustrating. So if you look at the bottom portion here, it's actually fairly nicely sealed. Again, obviously it lets in water still and stuff like that, but that's the way your door should look. Then you come over here, and as you can see that's torqued out. I can fit my finger through there. And so I think it's literally just the bottom portion of the frame that took a little bit of bending. Like I say, not the end of the world. A guy can't complain too much. So anyways, we're going to continue on here. We should be at the beach before too long. Probably throw the drone up there and get guys a little bit of drone footage. Beautiful day. Fingers crossed we can make it through the two questionable spots. folks, well, we made her to the East Beach, and I don't mean the actual East Main Provincial Park beach, but the very east that you can go on Crane Lake. We're gonna grab some snacks right now, and then we're gonna carry on. We'll be heading up to that cabin, which is what the snowmobilers use over the winter time. That is the goal. Again, snack time, and then we will carry on. What do you figure so far?
It's kind of a crazy trip. We lost our cameras, one. We had a door that flew open, which normally don't happen.
All right, folks, well, pizza finished, and we are making our way to the cabin.
Once again, back to the Crane Lake cabin. Flip on the light.
If it works.
Just like that. You got a lighter?
Yeah.
No, one more.
All right, folks, well, that is the cabin, and like I say, just another nice little spot to pull off if it's a really hot day when you're riding during the summertime. Nice to go in there and just kind of cool off. Again, we're going to carry on. Now this is where things can get a little bit interesting. I've been referencing those two mud holes or deep water spots. Those are probably going to be coming up next, so hopefully we can get through them and complete this loop, and then eventually back to the truck. So anyways, we will carry on from here. All right, folks, well, this is that one, well, the first nasty spot. I'm hoping that this is the worst one. It looks like people have been through this. I may have to winch again. Remember, we're just one unit out here, so we got to be a little bit cautious. I think that we're going to be able to do this. We may need the winch. I'm grateful, if you guys haven't seen that last video, that I fixed the winch and it's up and running, or at least it better be. So anyways, we're going to go and assess the situation here. I'm going to say we're going to give this a whirl here. So the old man's putting on the goulashes. That's rubber boots for the Alberta folk. How's that feeling?
That's good.
Ooh, a little soft there. Putting on the Ronalds. Ooh, oh yeah, that's pretty greasy there. This is not bad here, eh? I think I can get up to here at the very least. A little questionable as to my tire here.
Yeah.
I don't want to slide off. Yeah, take our time, pick our line.
Yeah.
And away we go. All right, winching it is. I think we're gonna do her. I'd almost say we don't have really a choice now but to go forward, but anyway. All right, folks, so we got a little bit tight to the edge here. And again, there's no turning back now. We just have to make this work. As you guys can see, we are literally on the edge here with my back tire. Now, I'm not overly concerned because I'm going to be going straight. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to cut down that tree there. It is a dead tree already, but in order for me to go straight and eliminate the potential of the back tire falling in, that tree unfortunately has to go. The old man's going to cut a couple trees here and we'll be out of this predicament in no time. So I'm going to push on it that way, Dad. Folks, well, we made her out of the mud hole quasi disaster. We are carrying on. There is one more, not so much a mud hole, but it's a deep water hole that we're going to be coming up to here before too long. We made her through. I will say my linkage, when I pull it in gear and put it back into park, seems a little bit tight. So I don't know what's going on there, but it is what it is. We are carrying on right now. All right, folks, we are going to conclude part one of this two-part series right here, attempting to loop both Crane Lake and Tucker Lake and get back to the truck with hopefully no issues. In saying that, guys, I just want to say thanks for watching, and again, please stay tuned to part two where we do find another cabin. There is another stuck in our future, and we end up throwing up that drone for you guys a couple more times. So as always, thanks for watching, and we will see you on part two.